Fáilte Carja, agus lála páirg faoi honna díobh go léir. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this event to mark Ireland's National Day, St. Patrick's Day. I send warmest greetings to our Irish community and friends of Ireland in Singapore, in Brunei, in Timor-Leste, and wherever else you may be joining us from. I want to begin by thanking and paying tribute to the team I lead at Ireland House, who once again, through another difficult year, have shown exceptional dedication and commitment in providing an outstanding level of service and support to Irish citizens and businesses. I also want to pay tribute to the extended Team Ireland, the Irish Chamber of Commerce, the Ireland Funds, the St. Patrick's Society, the GAA, and Irish graduate and alumni networks, as well as many other individuals and groups who play an invaluable role in supporting our citizens and communities. This year, we are marking our National Day in a very difficult context. The effects of the global pandemic remain a challenge, and we are also now confronting the threats posed by Russia and her actions against Ukraine and her people. It seems appropriate in 2022, indeed even vital, that we should use our special day to highlight some core values and key principles. Peace and justice are enshrined in the Irish Constitution as the bedrocks of our philosophy, and the Irish people are renowned for their warmth, tolerance, compassion, and fairness. As Irish people, as proud Europeans, as global citizens, and as democrats, these are values and principles that we should cherish, promote, and live by. It is now my honour to introduce our Taoiseach, Micheál Martin, and invite him to address us. Taoiseach, le do hol.
Happy St. Patrick's Day, Singapore. Benachtaí na fáilte pádraig ormh go léir. Tá áthas orm a bheith caint lebanúh thar ceann mhuintir na hÉirden, agus lá le pádraig á ceiliúradh going I ngár is a géin. Gach áit inar féidir ló, tá ár muintir ag achcheangail leis an bobal má gúrd. Ár bobal ag achcheangail le na chéile, agus éire ag achcheangail leis an domhan. Mar sin féin, tá scá ár geiliúradh imlíne leis an déan leathas agus rial dlí fí bhagart. I am delighted to be able to speak to you today on behalf of Ireland. Our celebrations this year are tempered by the reminder that democracy and the rule of law can never be taken for granted. And so, this year especially, let St. Patrick's Day be a moment to recall and to extol human fellowship, empathy, and solidarity, true values of a republic. For let there be no mistake, this is a decisive moment for democratic freedoms and values everywhere. 100 years ago, our country was taking our first decisions as a sovereign democratic state. An early act on the international stage in 1923 was to join the League of Nations. Multilateralism and international cooperation has shaped who we are from the very start. In 1955, we joined the United Nations. 3 years later, our service as international peacekeepers began. Ireland today has the longest unbroken peacekeeping record of any nation in the world. Peacekeeping is a proud tradition ingrained in our culture. 50 years ago, we voted to join what is now the European Union, a union formed in the ruins of war to create unbreakable bonds of peace across Europe. Our European Union membership has added new rich layers of identity, of belonging, and of solidarity. And so, on this St. Patrick's Day, I say with confidence on your behalf, we reassert our unequivocal commitment to democratic and humanitarian values by standing with the people of Ukraine. We again declare our unshakable support for the rule of law. We are one with the people of Ukraine. Their freedom is our freedom. Their struggle is our struggle. Friends, Cháirde, after 2 long years, we are emerging from the COVID-19 pandemic. We have learned a lot about ourselves. We know we are resilient. We've also seen how much each of us depends on the other. We are facing new challenges, but we will face them together and we will prevail. Our people are reconnecting with their communities. Our communities are reconnecting with each other, and Ireland is reconnecting with the world. That spirit of connection will guide us in the coming months. I believe that Irish people everywhere will respond to what is happening in Ukraine with the same energy, compassion, and conviction that we have showed during the COVID crisis. We will be tested economically, personally, institutionally, but we will respond as a proud member of the community of democratic nations and as citizens of a republic. I would like to take a moment to pay a special tribute to Irish people across the world for the manner in which you have faced the pandemic. Ireland is immensely proud of how our people at home and abroad responded to the crisis with humanity, selflessness, and generosity. Our healthcare workers, our aid workers, and our peacekeepers all represent our country with great distinction. There are countless examples of our diaspora reaching out the hand of friendship and of care to the more vulnerable members of our community during difficult times. For that, I thank you. Over the past 2 years, the richness of Irish artistic output has kept alive a flame of hope, a welcome reminder of human potential when we felt most powerless. Ireland salutes you all. And now we're all called upon again in a new and terrible crisis. Together, we will rise to this challenge and the other great environmental and security challenges that face the world. We will work in unity to protect and restore international law and the principles of the UN Charter. We will redouble our efforts to ensure peace and stability across our European neighbourhood. We remember those we have lost in the pandemic. We will honour their memory by strengthening our bonds of community and implementing real change that reflects the important and often profound lessons we have learned. Ní neart go cur le chéile. There is no strength without unity, a sentiment that has a special resonance at this time. We stand together and we stand with the international community of democratic nations. We stand for a better world and we stand against autocracy and oppression wherever they appear. We stand with Ukraine. Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure to introduce the cultural segment of this evening's event. It is often through our culture, our stories, our poetry, our music, and our art that our values are most meaningfully expressed. Culture can be an enormously important and powerful way of connecting with people and showing solidarity. The pieces we have selected this evening are both beautiful and meaningful, and I hope you like them.
His Father unreigned, the laying
Absolutely wonderful. We are coming now to the end of this evening's event. I opened the event by paying tribute to the extended Team Ireland. And one of the issues that team has been working really hard on in recent months has been to make the case for Ireland to be included in VTL arrangements in Singapore. So I warmly welcome the very positive development that, as of yesterday, travellers from Ireland can now come to Singapore without quarantining, provided they are fully vaccinated. This is great news and will make a big difference for Irish people living in Singapore, for their families back home, and for Irish businesses. The ties between Singapore and Ireland have been growing really strongly in recent years, and this development means that they can grow even more strongly into the future. On a personal note, on my own behalf and on behalf of my wife Sonali, I would like to express my thanks to everyone here in Singapore and beyond who has shown us such friendship and hospitality over the last 4 years. This will be my last St. Patrick's Day as ambassador in Singapore, and we will leave here later this year with wonderful memories and with great confidence that the future is bright for the relationship between the little red dot Singapore and the little green dot Ireland. Thank you all for joining us this evening, and I wish you all once again a very happy St. Patrick's Day.